All right, here we go. Let's let everybody in. All right, bingo, there we go. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everybody. Dante here. So great to be back with you for another beautiful day in OFA. I'm excited to get it going. Nice. Everybody's finally joining in. Great to be with you guys here today. I'm excited because you know what it is. It's Trey Day. For anybody who this might be your first week in the challenge, Tuesday we affectionately call Trey Day. He likes to call it DnT Day, but I like to call it Trey Day because he is the main man, the star of the show, and we have a great one in store for us today. So make sure if you guys are in ecom, stick around until 12 o'clock. Even if you're not in ecom, stick around until 12 o'clock. From 12 to 1 today, Trey's going to hop up, and we're going to have an ecom masterclass. We're going to be looking at people's funnels. I know we've seen a lot of funnels get launched this past week, and we have people getting success and stats and data. So we're going to be looking into that, doing more of what is right and less of what isn't. Really excited to get Trey on here at 12. But till then, to warm it up, we're going to have an open session where we can answer any questions you guys might be having. So if you do have a question, please just make sure to raise your hand in Zoom at the bottom. You'll see a little heart that says react. Click on that, and then you can choose raise hand like Charlie, Mark, and Doug have their hands up. Any hands are welcome for any questions from this time to 11 till 12. So let's get it cracking, gang. Charlie, you're first. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing great. How about you, Dante?
I am awesome. How can I help today?
Hey, so this should be very quick. I got some more sales in, and I wanted to ask a couple
Nice.
questions on kind of the interface and what I need to do.
Mm, sure, let's do it. Let me get your permission set up. Nice, you're perfect. All right, good to go.
Okay, so boy, which screen is it? Oh, Dante, I need to find out which screen. Sorry.
That's always a tough job, isn't it?
Sorry. I just blew it. I just closed the window I didn't want to close. All right.
With a man cave like that, I can only imagine how many screens you have, Charlie.
I'm trying to get back to, oh, ClickFunnels, is that it? Here we go. All right, I'm getting there, Dante.
Bingo.
All right, here we go. Orders. That's it. Okay. Now, uh-oh, did I show the right one? Can you see my order screen?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, so
Can you make that browser full screen for me?
yeah, of course.
Top left, little. There you go. You're perfect.
Is that okay?
Yes, I should be good from here.
Okay. So, yeah, so a lot of these come in unfulfilled, which I believe means that I need to have something from Printify come back and say when it's shipped or, fulfilled or whatever. Is that true, or do I need to worry about that?
Um, this is a great question. Right, because like if you were to use a shipping integration, we were directly integrated with like a ship station, for instance, then they're talking back and forth and we can automatically show fulfillment status here. But because Printful is not,
Yeah, I'm using a webhook
to send it,
and an intermediate between called Padley.
yes.
Um, I don't know if Printify is going to push it the other direction when, you know, but does it matter? I don't know if it matters or not.
Well, it doesn't matter. Great question, Charlie. End of the day, it doesn't matter because you have all of your shipping in Printful or Printify. So order gets passed over, order gets sent out, it gets shipped and sent in there. So really, it doesn't matter. But at the same time, I hear what you're saying. It would be nice to have one centralized hub where you can see all the status and all the information. Charlie, another great question. One second.
I'm not here to make your life difficult, I promise.
No, I actually really love you doing this, Charlie, because You probably don't know. You probably don't know, but like I've been dying for somebody to run a t-shirt funnel so I could make a training on it that answers all these questions for the next
Oh,
person. So these are actually, I love you doing this.
okay.
Let me get with our dev team and
Okay.
let me see the best way to set that up. I feel like it's going to be another webhook back from Printful, right back into Padly, and then it can pass that over to ClickFunnels. But let me check up on that and see the perfect way to do it.
I appreciate that. I mean,
Awesome.
'cause I do have subscriptions that I kind of do need to worry about,
Yep.
and I wasn't going to tackle that now. I'll tackle that in a couple weeks. When it's time for the subscription to happen. What I did is I created a new tag for anybody who does the subscription.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I created two tags
Mm-hmm.
so that I know that they have a subscription, and since we're doing a trial period where the first one is less expensive than the next ones after that, I also put another tag saying I called it like $24 or something. I don't know what I called it, but I called it something specific so that what I was thinking is for the workflow for the future, I could find anybody who's got this, 24 thing, have it execute for them at $24, and when it executes, it would remove that tag, and then after that, it would be the full price going on, and anybody new would have that new tag. Does
It's
that sound
perfect.
okay?
It's perfect, Charlie. It's exactly right.
Okay. I was trying to figure out some logic so that it was all automated.
Yes, sir. You are right on the money there.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So you went from 8 to 18 orders. Is that right?
Um, yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah.
Nice. You had a much bigger lift after that initial launch than you thought you were gonna.
Yeah, well, it was only 5 hours. I think it's probably about done now. There
Uh
might
huh.
be one or two coming in, maybe. But it's probably about, I mean, I'm just hitting the community, and the community is very engaged. So I think the people that are interested, or I think a lot of them are just doing it just to help the community. And I
Yep.
think they're probably done. I think some people just don't like the t-shirt. Fair enough.
Yep.
Um, and seriously, fair enough. Like one person donated, so they went through the process, found the t-shirt, either it was too expensive, didn't like it, but they still donated.
Mm-hmm.
It's another question. Is there a way to like, because all the ones with threes are mean that they donated, with twos, they got a t-shirt only.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a way to separate it to say, here's how much donations we got versus how many t-shirts?
Yes, I believe so. That's gonna be in. Do we have filters here? I think.
Yeah, there's a filter, but I gotta move.
Yeah, I think it's over to the right.
I just I just left my sharing screen. Let me move this one over here. Okay, so yeah, there's a filter. I've been using filters over here. Oh, I can get rid of this filter and create a
There
new
it is, our
one.
filter. Yep. And then we would just filter it to purchase product equals and then only the order bump. Or, sorry, the upsell.
Oh, I can do that?
Uh huh. So there's a purchase
Order type,
product filter.
one-time order.
Yep, you can do that too.
Oh, I don't know what that did.
No, that might be just people that made one initial purchase. Let me see if I can find mine. My screen's just across my room. Let me see here.
I mean, it's not a huge deal. Uh, I just didn't know if I should tag, or if I could figure it out if I should tag
Uh,
who does a.
yes, Charlie, you definitely can. You can have one workflow connected to your OTO page so that if they purchase that, they get tagged with specifically, and it makes it so much easier for you to find them in the future and stay organized. You definitely can do that, but you can just filter here really simply. Go back to your filters, please. And then Right, so you have your filter attributes. Okay, on the left-hand side, are you seeing options like contact attributes, contact activity? No, you're just seeing a list, aren't you? Okay, go to the search top right there inside of your filters and search for purchase. What is that tile that shows?
It says funnel purchased from.
No, type product.
Includes product variant.
No.
I mean, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I don't know if I really care or not. I just like Trey broke it down, so I was going like, okay, well, maybe I should break it down too. Um,
Orders.
and because I do have on my funnel, I do have a, I have an email that goes to somebody who's both, um, let me look at my workflow. Yeah, so here, if someone purchased a donation, I send them a different email than if they just got the um
Yes.
so I could just add a tag here.
You absolutely can, Charlie. You can just put it right in this workflow as well. 1,000,000%.
Okay, maybe I should do that.
Mm-hmm. That'd be a great idea.
You think it's worth having that data just
Yes, it makes life so much simpler. Then you can also, like when you're sending out your broadcast, you can send a broadcast to people that have this tag and don't have this tag. It'll only be a good thing for you to do.
okay. All right, then I'll do that.
Nice.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. So yeah, I'm working with Dante AI so they don't have to bother you so much on trying to get the Facebook uh refigured to go back to people that have already looked at the ad to retarget them.
Yeah.
So
How's that going? Are you understanding the strategy and how it works?
I do. Well, I
Good.
think I do.
I love that, man.
Um, okay, cool. So I will not talk. We got Trey coming on and we have a bunch more hands, so I don't want to take up any more time.
Yeah, that sounds great, Charlie. Stick around. We're going to get started with him soon.
Thank you.
You got it, man. All right. Let's roll over to Mark. Mattress Mark.
All right. So I just want to give you an update and then ask some questions.
Cool.
Over the since I talked to you last week and yesterday, I've called a bunch of local property management companies. And I got some pretty positive responses. So that was good. So one of my questions is, so I want to craft an offer. So not all of them offer like a short-term rental that is furnished.
Uh-huh.
But of course, they all have prospective, either active or prospective tenants. And so I was thinking of crafting an offer to help them get more tenants. And it would be, hey, you get 60% off on your mattress. And I would provide, I don't know, free delivery and setup, something like that. My question is, and I mean, I can work on the sequence and so forth. That's not the issue.
Mm-hmm.
I'm wondering if I don't have their email list, how would I promote to their people, or would I request it, or would I have to rely on them to send it out? How would that work?
Yeah, great question. If you're going to be so what, you're going to basically provide marketing services for them now. You're going to create the funnel, the place that their customers can go and sign up.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Okay. So are you getting paid for that?
Yeah, when they buy a mattress. But no, not offhand, no.
Okay, I understand. So okay, so the real thing, number one, I think, is clarity on what you're doing. You said their list, but their list is already people who are renting or are tenants. And from what I heard you saying, I thought you were saying you were going to get new people into the company.
Well, both. I was thinking they can market to their existing people, and also I gotta, hone in on this and ask them how they market to prospective clients. Um, so if that's the case, now that I'm talking it through, maybe I would provide them the link and it would go in their emails or something.
There it is.
Okay.
There it is, Doug. Because what are we doing? If it's, hey, you want to partner with this company so that they can use your mattresses to present a new offer to their list and make a new revenue stream off their list, great. Then you would make the email, you would write the copy, you would design it, and then you could give them that email to send to their list. And they're incentivized because now their people are buying. And what are you going to give them? Like a 20% commission on every purchase, something like that. So that's why they would want to promote to their list your mattress. And yeah, in that case, you just make the email. But if you guys are talking about you bringing new leads, new customers into their business, well, now that's a different conversation. That's acquisition. That's like, how are you going to get these people? Where are they? You're going to write the ad. You're going to make the funnel. You're going to do all that. And then I would caution you against doing all that work just for the opportunity to sell a mattress, right? Because you could just run your own ads and make your own irresistible offer and not need that company. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Cool. But yeah, if they want to use your mattresses to create more revenues and put more products in front of their customers and make more money, 100%. Write the email, give it to them. They can send it out to the list. Or what I'd probably try, I mean, if they seem like they don't know what they're doing and they're like, yeah, well, whatever you need, Mark, I'd be like, oh yeah, okay, just give me the list and I'll send the email out from my software. And then thank you for the 20,000 people on my list now. That's awesome.
Yeah, why not ask? Right.
Yeah, absolutely. If they have no idea what they're doing and they're like, yeah, sure, you can have the list. Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Because I guess first I need to establish, do they have any kind of email marketing campaign that they send out to existing and or prospective clients?
Right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. So, all right. So that's cool. My next question was, so I actually got three, I mean, it's only three, but anyway, I got three new emails that people gave me their information. I was hoping I could show this to you, and it showed that they came from the landing page. My question was, is there a way? I was trying to figure it out on my own how to tag them, because I know you say tagging is important. So not just them, but also anyone new that came in via that channel.
Yes, we can definitely do that, Mark. So first off, somebody comes in and they opted in. You got their email. Do you know what that really means that they did?
No.
Okay.
I have their phone number and I have their email.
That's right.
That's what it means.
What they really did, Mark, was they abandoned their cart.
Okay.
So you're using ClickFunnels, which means you're using a two-step order form. If somebody fills out step one, their personal information, and they click that button to go to step two, step one is actually an opt-in form. So anytime you're getting like opt-ins or people giving you their information, that means they filled out the stuff on step one and they went to step two of the order form. Those are called abandoned carts. So that's amazing. Right on launch, you have interest, you have people that are wanting to learn more and do the thing. All great signs so far, Mark. We can go ahead and share your screen with me though. We can set this up where if they buy, they get tagged as a buyer. If they abandon their cart, they get tagged as abandoned cart. And then you could send them email sequences based on them abandoning their cart.
All right. And then, all right. So I'll ask my next question in a minute.
Sure. Bingo, there's our order form. And what I'm looking for is over on the right side of your order form is the two green envelopes, your workflows. Nice, click on that. And we have one workflow, and you can see the red text shows that our one workflow is inactive. That's going to be your purchase workflow from memory. So we need to make a new one. You're going to have just two separate workflows, two workflows attached to one order form. There we go. Attach another workflow. Now let's do a new workflow, top right. And let's name this mattress abandoned cart. Now, the event type is important. On an order form, we're looking for the opt-in event. Yes. Opt-in on an order form means they filled out step 1 and gave you their personal information, not step 2. It's an abandoned cart trigger. So create that workflow. All right, the first and most important step is to tag them. Yep, hit that gray plus. We'll scroll down to our purple options and we'll find tag. It's the first purple option up top, tag contact. Bingo. Now we're going to create the tag itself. So right there, yes, let's type out the tag. Okay, I don't see an abandoned cart. So let's make this, we want it to be like copper gel dash abandoned cart. Bingo, create the step.
You didn't need to click on it.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Go back to that, Mark.
Here?
Yep. You have to type it out one more time in the contact tags.
Okay, so what was it? Copper?
Copper gel dash abandoned cart. Sorry, hold on. Look at that now, Mark. We actually made a tag. It looks like you accidentally hit enter. So click. There we go. You're perfect now. Keep going. And then click the blue text below. Yes, that creates the actual tag. Create that step. And bingo. Now, most importantly, anytime somebody abandons their cart, they get fired into this workflow where you tag them as abandoned cart. Now, you could, if you wanted to, Mark, you could just make an email sequence that goes right off from here. You know, you might want to put an hour delay and then send email number 1. Hey, it looks like you forgot to grab. You could have 3 or 4 or 7. You could have an email sequence right here that pushes people back to your page so they go buy the mattress.
Now, if I was using an external email provider, like I'm just going to say Constant Contact, something like that, can it still work? Can I have the workflow set up in that and it somehow triggers it? Or?
Yes, we sure can. I believe we have that direct integration. Click your gray plus below the tag step. Scroll to the very bottom of the list, third-party integrations. There it is. Let's go to our C's and see if we have Constant Contact. We do. Constant Contact.
I'm looking for something else. Oh, okay. Okay. It's called Dub. I was using it, Constant Contact as an example.
So yeah, if we have an integration with them, then you can just use this step, the direct integration. If you want to get people who abandon your cart, you can get them who abandon your cart over into your CRM. You would use a Zap for that. You would use Zapier.
Okay. All right. And all right, so that was all right. Well, that's helped. So what about the 3 contacts that I got? Is there any way to tag them now?
Yes, there absolutely is. Let's exit top left. And we'll exit again. Yes, and customers. And then contacts. Lovely.
So there are these 3 people.
Great. You can click the, yep. And now we're going to hit your bulk actions. It's right here. Bulk actions drop down. Yep. And now there should be a tag step. Yep. Now type out the tag. That was copper gel dash abandoned cart.
I thought I might find it.
All right, you should be able to click right there above. Yep, click there. Bingo, made the tag.
Oh, okay.
There you go. Click that one. delete the top one. Beautiful update, or whatever the yellow button says in the bottom right.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now, I guess it doesn't matter. So,
Hey, what's that green thing in the bottom right? Is that us or is that your computer, Mark?
oh, that's something different. I got
Okay.
to, yeah, something different. Yeah, that's a thing that I downloaded. I actually have to get rid of it, but that's another story. So,
All good.
yeah, so anyway, all right. So, um, is there? So, if I wanted to, if I want, do I have to do what we just did to create a tag? Like, if I just wanted to go here, let's say I don't know, I have a different list.
Uh-huh.
How would I, like, let's say import a list. How would I tag them that way?
Great question, Mark. Go to your actions top right. And now you can import. So when you import your list, you'll use that imports option. And when you import the list, you have an option to tag them when you import them right there in one shot. So you can bring that list over and everybody who comes in has whatever tags you want to set up.
Okay. All right. So I got it. Oh, yeah, I'm going to try. Oh, I'm not going to. Okay. So I was looking at now I get, so couple more questions. So
You're fine.
I guess I should, like this guy Quan, I guess. Do you recommend, and I have the recording of when Trey did this, I guess listen to that recording and I guess call them and say, hey, it looked like you're interested in a mattress. Any reason you didn't buy?
Yes. Watch that recording. I love this. Let me grab you. Ooh, I'm on a different computer. Ooh, where is my bookmarks? Let me see really quick.
I have it saved somewhere, but I do have it. Unless it's something else. It's where Trey makes those calls on YouTube or something.
Yes, but I want everybody to have that.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah. Okay.
What Mark is talking about right here, gang, Mark is talking about doing what we want all of you to do, which is become a CEO. And calling your customers is the greatest way to do that.
Recording in progress.
Sorry.
No,
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me get Tanya in here. All right, just 2 seconds, gang. Let me get this link. Okay. All right. So for Mark and everybody else, I just put a link in the chat. Let me make sure. Bingo. It looks like it's coming from ClickFunnels, but that's from me. It's a Vimeo link. That's a link to Trey calling his customers. And absolutely, this is what I'd love to see you do, Mark. Definitely watch that recording because there's a lot more nuance to it than just, oh, why didn't you buy, right? And there's so much for us to learn. This was a customer with intent. They took a step with you. I want to know everything. I want to know everything about their current sleeping situation. What sort of mattress do you have right now? What are you unhappy with about your mattress and your sleeping situation? And what are you also happy with? What's working? What do you want to do more of? What are you looking for out of a mattress? What's the main reason you want to buy a mattress right now? Like, look at the markets. What is his main reason? Health, wealth, relationship. Why does he want a mattress? Does he want a mattress so he can sleep better and perform better at work, to have a better life and get his promotion? Or does he want to sleep better or does he want to get a new bed for his wife so his wife sleeps better so she has a better life? Like, why did they make that intent action? There's so much to be learned in these phone calls. They're absolutely amazing. I'd love to see you call all three, Mark. For everybody else here too, everybody else, whether you're getting people to buy or whether you're getting people to abandon cart, man, when you get somebody to buy your product, pick up the phone, call, say thank you, say, hey, is there like a number one reason why you purchased today? Is there a big thing that stood out to you? Hear what works from your customers. Do more of what works. As you're learning what's not, you do more of what works and less of what doesn't. But 100%, Mark, call those customers. It's the absolute next step for you.
Awesome. All right. Last question. So when I was looking at, my page
Yep.
on mobile, and it seemed to have some, for instance, the phone number, I'm going to call it dynamic on the web page, on the desktop, where you click it and then it, like, you just call the number. That didn't seem to be working on mobile. And I didn't know why that would happen.
Let's go check it out. Can we go look at your funnel?
Yeah.
You mean making your text clickable so that when
Right.
somebody clicks that, it just calls them on their phone, right?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. Okay, we can set that up.
I thought I had it, but it didn't seem to be working. So, who knows? And then I'll show you one other thing. It also, the testimonials seem to be formatted strangely in mobile.
Mm.
It was just those two things. I just thought yeah. So, edit or look at it, or
Let's go to your preview. All right, click it, top right.
yeah. See, it's not. I thought I had that set up.
Okay, so it's just not made clickable yet. We can fix that. Yeah, back to your account. Let's enter the editor.
I sworn I did that. Anyway, I guess it doesn't matter.
Well, this will tell me a lot right now. Seeing what the build looks like here. Oh, yeah, great. Just one section. Okay, cool. Click your text to get into the text editor. Highlight the numbers and the icon if it lets you. I just don't think it'll let you.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, and now click your hyperlink. Yes. Remove the hashtag and type out TEL, like telephone, TEL. And then the two dots on top of each other. It's not a colon. It's the two dots, like HTTPS ... tel ...
Like that?
Nice. And then just put your phone number.
Oh.
Colon. Thank you, Charlie. Colon. Jeez Louise.
And then with the space or no space?
No space.
And those dashes?
No dashes. Great. Click off to the side. It's turned blue. It is hyperlinked. Go ahead and save.
Okay.
Now take me one browser tab to the right, back to the preview that you had. There. Yes. Reload the browser. Scroll to the top. Reload. Here we go. Let's go to the top. Text is now hyperlinked. Click it. Okay, cancel. You're good to go now, Mark. You'll want to test this on your own on your cell phone itself, but now it's all hyperlinked, rocking and rolling.
Now, how would I look at it? Do I squeeze it for mobile or?
Yes, there you go, Mark. Compress that page as much as we can. There you go.
You can still see it?
Yes, I can see you. You're just fine.
Okay. So, well, now it looks okay. It was. Well, see,
I think I see it's the faces.
Yeah. See that? It's weird.
Yes. Yeah, but scroll me back up and now go back down.
And then there was a space here. I don't know if that matters, but anyway.
Scroll me back down to reviews. Right, so it's just simple formatting as we go from bottom to top, but I'm also seeing the stars to the left, and I'm seeing the face below the stars there. Okay, yeah, this really comes down to, Okay, scroll me. Let's go back to your account. Actually, you can make your browser big again.
Go here?
Yeah, perfect. Okay, let's go down to that review section. Hey, Sarah.
I thought I did them all the same.
Let's see here.
I did them all identical. I don't know.
Right, this is just formatting as we go. Okay, I see what's happening though. Okay, so just to explain what's happening here, Mark, you can see this image is right here. Oh, I should change my color so we can all see. This image is right here, right next to the stars. This image is here, right next to the stars. This image is way below the stars. Yeah, and that's why it's formatting odd. If you look at the one below, it's also way below the stars. So what we would really have to do is just go in and change that a little bit. I think we're using a flex container here. So let me try. Yeah, go to that one and go to the element settings, correct, and click on it.
Just here?
Yeah. Okay, and now we have our top margin slider up at the top here. Slide it to the left for me and get the face to show up. Okay, perfect, right there. Let's click on your funnel just to get out of this. Yep, let's save. And now you can go to your perfect.
Oh, got to reload probably.
Yes, reload.
Okay.
And it looks like that did it beautifully. But let's compress the browser now and see on mobile. Yeah, now that guy is showing perfectly.
Sorry. So I'll go through and fix that. Yeah.
Yes, it'll do it by the orange elements themselves.
Okay. Awesome. And sorry, I did that. Okay, so
Nice, there it is.
I think there's some other stuff, but that's what I needed. And it was awesome. Thank you. I'm gonna hang around to listen to Trey, but then I'm gonna get back to it and start making those calls to the property managers and people that opted out. And when I get that first sale, you're gonna be the first to know.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to that. Great stuff, Mark.
Taking action. All right. Thank you.
You got it, man. All right. That's awesome. Love seeing that. Mark's worked hard to get across the finish line. Let's hop over to Doug. Morning, Doug. Oh, no, I'm not hearing you right now.
Let's see here.
Oh, I got you now. Nope, I heard you, Doug.
Okay.
Gotcha.
All right. Got it. Let's see. Share screen here. Okay. Do you see that?
Gotcha.
Okay. I did some work on the funnel, the lead gen funnel
Mm-hmm.
since yesterday. And it was a browser issue with loading the image. So here's the image. But when I went back and Googled instead of Edge today for this call, it still was, it must be a cache. I must have to clear it even in Google, but this is an incognito window. So I'm just trying to get this off of here.
Get what off?
Are you seeing the whole Zoom thing with everybody's picture on it there?
Oh,
Are you
I
seeing that or
think we probably just want to restart the screen share, Doug. I'm going to stop your screen share. Okay, I think try it again and you should be fine.
Okay. Okay, so here and click on it.
Yep, I got you. I'm looking at your funnel inside the editor.
Okay. All right. Let me do so let's do a preview here. I still have this. Okay, well, I'll just worry about this another time.
This looks so much
Are
better
you
than last
seeing?
time, Doug. Great job.
Okay,
This looks awesome.
so
This looks professional. This looks inviting. Look at that image. Great stuff.
thank you. I mean, I worked kind of hard on it. I did the. I learned how to do this. I forget what background here for the subheadline. That was kind of cool.
Yes. And it looks great.
In the gr-
It makes it pop. It draws my eye right to it. Great bold headline. Perfect.
Okay, thank you. Um, jazz this up here that don't miss out instead of still, just having please enter your, email address and name. Did that. Um, uh, Added this little icon here. And there's that thing called opacity I used on it. I think, so it's not so
Yes.
bright and didn't take away from the click to sign up. So I did a little lock sign there.
Hmm.
Um, I need help with, for starters, this box here. To make sure that's fired up right. And I was able to, uh, let's go to the terms. I got a terms and condition page there that I was able to um, pop up there with,
Great.
made a funnel page for that. Oops, where did we go? Back to preview. So I got my terms and conditions page. Um, and then the privacy policy, just using through AI, Dante AI. So I
Mhm.
have a little privacy policy here, just a basic thing right
Great.
there. So those are working. And then a follow-up question after doing the agree to terms and conditions would be, um, do I need to what should I do with the affiliates and the community? I don't have a community right now, but should I hyperlink the because I'm not sure whether I'm going to be using WhatsApp or Facebook or ClickFunnels. On a lead gen funnel, should I just kind of remove it or kind of leave it there, leave it there, or what should I do with the affiliates and the community as part of this? Just to get this going.
It's a great question, Doug. What you should do is you should go make another funnel, and it's a simple opt-in funnel for your up and coming community. So I would still link community to an opt-in funnel, and the headline on the opt-in funnel says become a founding member of our upcoming pickleball community. And then it just have like a little bit of a little stack down below. Our community is going to be built for these people so they can do this and this and this and this. We're really excited about it, and we're building it right now. Put in your name and email below to make sure that you lock in your spot and get founding member access to all the future great stuff, right? Just create a sexy offer. Now people that go there, that's hot traffic. If they click community and they opt in, you can basically count them as a community member going forward. Same thing with affiliates. If you want to have people be able to register with you to be an affiliate and promote your products, you would just make a simple opt-in page that says get on the wait list. We're building an amazing affiliate program right now. If you want to make sure you get first shot at all the promotion, put your name and email down below. We'll add you to our secret list.
Yeah, I'll have to work on that a little bit. So basically, be an opt-in page for community, an opt-in page for affiliates. And I could probably use AI just to get started and get a base type of description on how you would, do a intro for like an affiliate type of situation or community.
Yeah, but you definitely can. But the big thing I want you to remember is it's all about the bait, right? It's all about creating offers. It's all about telling them why they might want to do it, right? So, what's your sexy bait? Just come up with that. Maybe if they register as an affiliate through you, you're gonna have 30% commissions standard for them, where everybody else might get 20%. So your bait might be lock in lifetime 30% commissions as a founding member of the affiliate program. And that's the real reason why they want to opt in now and take action now. Like on waitlist pages like this, we really want to have a reason, some urgency and scarcity. Why would they take action now? Why wouldn't they just close down the page and go back to their life and come check back a month later and see what's happening, right? How do you get them to actually take action? It's by having that real bait.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, I can work on that. What's going on here now?
You're
Um,
in your universal section, so just discard changes. You didn't do anything.
uh,
It's in the top right. A little
Oh yeah.
yes, beautiful. All right, so let's set up
Okay.
your checkbox here. Go down to your checkbox and click that. Go to the settings.
Oh, let me get this battery thing here.
Sure.
That would be a bummer. Oh no. All right.
They said, well, I don't need the air conditioner.
Okay. I'm back. Here we go. Okay, right here, settings.
Yep, let's go to the settings of the element and check it out. Nice. Your input type is custom. You did put custom type terms underscore conditions. That is perfect. You also made it required. Now, the next option we have is, do you want this to start as checked or not? I imagine you do want it to start as checked.
I had that, but there was some question on that because it said um the advice was, you kind of maybe forcing someone to accept it, or if it's already checked, they can, I guess, maybe they could just uncheck it, right? But
Correct. They could just
okay.
uncheck it.
All right. All right. And if they click to
Nice.
sign up, obviously it's checked, so they agree to the terms and conditions. It's not showing up now. See, I did something with this block or something. Does it need to go? There we go.
You just went, yep, that was your icon style. That's right.
Okay, so that should be good then. So they would, when this was in the, if I were to put this in the preview then and run it through, I could just physically uncheck it, but it would be defaulted to agree to terms and conditions, correct?
That's exactly right. And we're just trying to remove friction here, right? I want it started as checked so the people that aren't paying attention go opt in and they're none the wiser. Great, they've opted in. What I don't want is everybody that goes to opt in, they try and opt in, then they realize, oh, I have to check this thing for terms and conditions. I'm not going to read them. Well, I don't want to opt in now because I don't know what this is, right? Just removing friction, getting more people to do the thing faster.
Okay, okay. And then I'm not exactly sure. I don't know if it was a style guide I set up because I have the pink in my logo, but what do you think of a border like this? Is that okay that the pink, it kind of draws the eye and or not? And then if I wanted to change that, I tried to make it thinner or bigger or remove it. I couldn't figure out how to do that. So that would be my next question on
Yeah,
that
great
this section.
questions. I love the pink. You're targeting women. You made a
Yep.
women focused brand on pickle chicks, so that goes along great, especially with the purple headlines. Purple and pink goes really well together. I see a lot of women type brands having that. So we need to
Cool.
change our background, and that's going to be in the column settings itself. So put your mouse, yes, now right here in the top right, there's a little settings cog. Yes, that's for each column, each room. So
Oh,
now let's scroll down to our shadow settings here on the right hand side.
okay. So this is a two-column row, basically. The products are in the one column on the left.
Correct. Your image is on the column left. Your text and
Okay.
opt-in is on the column right. But each column can be edited individually. So if you go
Okay,
down,
cool.
you were almost there. Go down to your border. There's our border. Keep going.
I was,
Keep going.
yep.
Oh, sorry. It's going to be in your shadow. Sorry, losing my mind. Shadow is just below. You have your shadow turned on, just below border. There we go. We're
Okay.
getting. Nope. Keep going down. And we're looking for,
Oh yeah,
like, as I'm looking, there you go. Now I'm always looking here because you can see what you're in.
oh yeah.
I'm looking for my
Yep.
toggles as well. So your shadow is
Yep.
turned on. Scroll down just a little bit more and we'll be able to choose the shadow color. There's that pink, and you can make it anything you want.
Okay. And the size would be the spread of the, no, not the blur. How would I make it thicker or thinner, the line, if I wanted to?
I
Can
believe
I?
it's just X and Y direction. But go to your spread
Okay.
really quick.
There it
Move.
is.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, that's exactly it. It's there. Yep. You can move that however you want.
Well, I want it the other way. How do I fit it back to the X direction?
Oh, then put your X back left.
I wanted it like where it was, like right to left, like a reverse
Oh,
L. Oops.
that's okay. Go back to your column settings. So move your mouse to the right of your elements, and there we go. Nice. Back down to shadow. All right. And then
Okay.
move your X to the right, not left.
Oh, well, that's interesting. Cool.
There it is. And now move your Y to the left, and that'll move it down. Oh, sorry. Right will move it down.
Oh,
Yep, on the Y.
I can play with
Uh-huh.
this. I get it. I can play with this. That's no big deal.
Cool.
I don't have to get it perfect here. Okay, cool. All right.
Awesome.
Make it a little bigger there. That's fine.
Yep. I love that. It's simple design stuff, but it really makes it pop and it helps make you look like $100 million brand. Awesome.
Great. Just really small things like how it's not all the way to the left of the box here. It's probably not that big of a deal, but I can play with that.
No, that's actually great design, I think. That's awesome.
Okay. All right. Now I have to add the terms for all these items here, and I'm just wondering, um, how do I where does it go above the universal block down here, like right here, and do I add is it what do I add? What type of is it a bullet point something that I can drop in here now so I can
What do you
start
mean
typing
term? Well, what do you mean? You said terms for every product, but what do you mean?
in terms, I mean the description of what they're getting here. Should that be, like this is a Franklin pickleball bag, this is an AMP 2 paddle, all the items I think last time you said I gotta say, what you're getting here for the offer or not? Or that doesn't go on the thank you page.
No, you're right. That does not go on the thank you page. It would go right there, right above your universal block. And there's a couple of
Okay.
different ways that you could do it.
Okay.
Let me see if I could just show you really quick. I think I'll be able to. Yes, I
I have
can.
to.
I'm going to stop your screen share and start mine here. Doug.
Okay.
I want this one. Yes.
You're kind of hidden behind my funnel and I'm afraid to click on anything, I don't want to disappear yet. So there you go. I got you now. Thanks.
Cool. You got me? All right. Nice.
Yeah,
So
you're here.
there's a couple ways you can do this. We can add a new section and we could add like a one column section. You could put down a headline, an image, and a bullet list. So you could have your headline say like,
Yeah.
here's what's inside. And then you could have another image of your stack, another image of all the products. And then you could put your bullet list down here.
Okay.
The paddle. It's
Yeah.
Franklin, whatever, and then you could
Yeah.
have balls and then they are whatever. So you could make it just a simple, clean one like that. One main image. Here's what's inside. Here's all the things. You would have a stack down below. I would probably center my stack right here. And then I'd have a button and right here, I'd have a button and I would have that button. The action of it is going to go scroll to, and then I would have it scroll me back up top. Right. So if they go to the bottom and they look through my whole list of all the things that I'm offering them today, we definitely want a button there, a call to action to send them back up top. Does that make sense so far?
It does, yes.
Beautiful. The other way we could do it is what I call a zigzag. Like I always like to say, I'm not a designer, I'm not a developer, so I'm sure there's a perfect term for this. I'm sure there's an entire design principle all about this. But the other way that you could do it, Doug, is you could start out here with like a headline and you could start out here with like maybe a headline and a bullet list, and then over here you could put an image. So maybe you want this to say, here's the paddle, and then you want to have like 3 great features about the paddle. You could make a 2-column row, and then what we'll do is we'll just clone the row. I clone the row. I'm going to move my image over here. I'm going to move my text over here, just like so. And now we're getting a zigzag, which I'm sure you guys have all seen online now that we're doing that. So you can either have one image, one stack that breaks everything down, or you can zigzag it all across. There's truly no right or wrong way. It's whatever works best for you.
Okay, that's great. So that just kind of makes me think like if this was a funnel, that would be a great I mean if I was selling a product, that'd be a great those two formats, the Dante zigzag versus method number one for like a split test.
100%.
Okay.
100%.
All right. All right. Okay, I think we're getting up on the time. What's the thing else I had here really quickly? Oh, when I was doing my jot form, which I never did fire off, I'm pursuing this now. They had a thing, people filled out a survey that you could block someone's ISP address or cookies, or per ISP address or cookies and stuff like that, so people couldn't make multiple entries and stuff like that. Now I have that in my terms and conditions, basically, please don't enter twice, or we're going to monitor that, kind of like, we're going to block your things or whatever. That's just words. But is there a way here to stop multiple entries on something like this, on the funnel?
Um,
Would be a question.
yes, there is, but I believe it's a little bit of custom code we have to put on the page.
Okay, well, it might not be worth it at this point, that, just to get you going. Maybe that's just something to know down the road, for just maybe a scenario.
I couldn't agree more.
Okay. And then if somebody were to join twice, I'd have two emails. Would it be like, would they overwrite each other? So if they use the same email address, it would overwrite and it would just be one, or would they be in there twice?
That is an awesome question. If they use the same email address, then if they keep using the same email address, whenever they use it, they're not going to be creating new contacts. Everything in ClickFunnels is run on everything in ClickFunnels. Sorry, I have so much happening here right now. Everything on ClickFunnels is generated under a contact profile, and our contact profiles are built on the contacts themselves. So basically, what that means at the end of the day is that if somebody comes back and they use the same email over and over and over again, they're not going to be making new contacts. It all goes into the one same profile, so you really don't even need to worry about it.
That's easy, but if I was doing it, the smart person would be using different email addresses, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, I appreciate your help, man. We'll see you tomorrow.
Awesome. That sounds great. Looking forward to it.
Thanks, man.
You got it. Great stuff. Okay, gang. Trey is in the waiting room. I'm going to bring him in 2 seconds. I just need to step away for... I need to step away for a quick minute and get ready to lock in for this hour. So if anybody has to step away, this is a great time to do so. We'll be right back, and we're going to get started with Trade Day. See you in just a moment.
Fuck me. I'll just see what.
All right, gang. Here we go. Let's bring him on in. As we know, it is Tuesday, and Tuesday means DnT every single time. So he is going to be connecting, and in just a couple minutes, we're going to get it started with a little DnT. Super excited for this. And bingo, here he is, rocking and rolling, gang. As always, we are the lucky ones. Every single Tuesday, we get to hang out with one of the coolest entrepreneurs on the face of the earth, Trey Llewellyn. What's going on, brother?
How are you?
So good. How are you?
I'm running around with let's see, there we go. Get my cameras up and running. There we go. How are you?
Good to see you, man. Ooh, a little new view. Ah, there we go. That's what we're used to.
Oh, not the side view. There we go. Now I can hear you better. I'm just switching gears, man. We're moving and shaking over here. Beautiful day here in Missouri, as you can see in my background. It's beautiful. It's like 70 degrees out. I got a flight in this morning at like 5 a.m. I'm just loving life right now, bro.
That's all I can see, man. You're buzzing over there.
Buzzing. We're
What'd you
buzzing.
do? Did you do a little fun flight or a business flight?
It was just circles. I literally did circles, bro. Like when you become an aviator, you realize real quick most general aviations they just fly circles and just burn fuel. You put money into the gas tank and fumes fly out the back. That's how it goes. So, dude, I got so much to talk about today.
Ooh.
I have a lot to talk about. I do have. I know we got people on here as well who want to do some funnel reviews, which I'm excited about, and I think we should get into. What was the first thing though? Let's see. Oh, I know. I got something I want to start with. We'll mix in funnel strategy in the middle, and then I want to end with a bang.
All right, sign me up.
With a bang. So let me get my notes because I was thinking about you guys while I was working out this morning, and I need to update my. I didn't have time to do the full research on this like I wanted to, but we'll go with some cliff notes here. I think that'll be fine.
That'll
Okay.
be a-okay.
That'll be a-okay. Okay, so you know, I was watching a video and it was about the Magic 7. And the Magic 7 is 7 companies that have done 20% growth year over year. And I can't remember if it was 20 years or 30 years. But out of all of the businesses that have ever existed, there's only been 7 that have grown 20% consecutively or better year over year. And I thought that was really interesting because we have to catch ourselves and make sure we're not, you know, egotistical or naive to think that we can outperform those Magic 7, let alone all the other companies that are out for the running of growth, right? And production. A lot of people get comfortable. A lot of people get complacent. A lot of people go out of business. A lot of people don't make any money. So, you know, that's going to wrap into the end of the call today. So a little bit of a cliffhanger, but the same goes, that same concept goes for e-commerce. Everybody in e-commerce, including myself. And what I mean by that is rarely do you find or can you show me someone who consecutively picks winning products one after the next. Unfortunately, that does not happen. I would say our success rate is 30 to 35, maybe 40% of the products we launch, we have a successful one. I would say out of the successful ones that we launch, probably 1 out of 10 of those are actually multi-million-dollar products, meaning in like the $5 to $20 million products that they do over a year, over 2 years, 3 years, whatever. So why do I tell you that? Not to discourage you, but to encourage you. I want to encourage you today to not just get married to one product. Because what I see is in the forums, in the Reddits, in the conversations is, hey, I can't get my product to convert, or my product's not scaling, or my product's not, making money, making profit. And I would tweak it. I would work on it maybe for a month, and then I would ditch it. Like we to give you an idea, we test and ditch products within about a 3-week period. So if it's not converting on day 1, within 3 days, it's gone. You leave it. We move to the next. It's just like there's not enough time to work on it and tweak it to get it converting. Like I want a product that is easy to understand. People understand it. People understand that they need it and want it and are willing to buy it at that point in time. I might try a price variation from like $49 to $39. Or if it's 39, I might try 29. If it's 29, I might try 19 just to see and just make sure it's not something that, people are like discouraged of buying. They're like, that's pretty high priced. I might try a low price. But other than that, like we're quick. We're quick to fire. And I take my time selecting those products. And it sucks. There's a lot of products I'm like, dude, this is going to be this. Like, I'll go through the other rooms. Like, this product right here is going to be a badass. Like, this fits all the P's. And then, it fails. And then I got another product I launched. I'm like, this is the stupidest product ever, but whatever. We don't got any other ones right now to test. And it does great. It's like, well, glad we tested it. So the bold statement here, the end of the soapbox, is don't commit to one product, commit to 10 launches. That's what I'm telling my students right now. And that seems to really hit a different angle, because like in one of my groups, they're selling shirts. It's all they sell, shirts. And I'm showing them, one design might not be a winner. It's your first design. Do you think you're the best designer? You're the best shirt seller? You're the best everything? No, but you're going to learn from it. So then you refine, you relearn, you go through your data and okay, well, how'd it go? And then you do another launch. And the same thing goes with products. So if you're selling a physical product or even a digital product, before I'm like, I got one sales page I'm building. I build that sales page. If that product does not convert, I move to the next. And that's pretty much what I want to bring to the beginning of this call today, is just kind of write down somewhere, is commit to 10 launches, 10 products, 10 launches. Don't get married to it. As much as you love it, as much as you think it's going to be a billion-dollar product, Shark Tank is deceiving. And just know that it's not as easy as Shark Tank. We struggle as well. And so will you. And so just keep pushing, just keep pushing through and keep doing the thing.
I love a question Amanda just asked. Well, what do you do if you're somebody who already has products in inventory? Like somebody comes to Trey and they're like, man, Trey, I made a terrible decision. I got a garage full of these boxes and I got to sell them. What would you tell that person?
You're going to die trying. They're in your garage because they're not selling. So we've had that same issue. I have products that sit in warehouses too. But I found a really good way to get them off the shelves is two ways. The first way is to sell them via upsells. So not a front end product, but an upsell product. So maybe you got a great front end product like a t-shirt or a necklace or a bracelet or whatever that's doing great. And then you hit them with the upsells like, hey, maybe you'd like this product as well. The other thing that works really well is a free gift. And maybe it's an unadvertised free gift or it's an undisclosed free gift when they buy 3 or more. And you just pack that in that box and slowly but surely you deplete that inventory. Those are the 2 best ways that we have found to deplete inventory.
Literally genius. So then a question from Doug. He said, what do you consider to be a winning product sales amount? But I'm not even so concerned about like the amount of monies, because the amount is relative. If somebody's making their first sale or their first business, it'd be impossible to compare to what you're doing. But like, what are your check marks? What are your metrics? How do you know like, oh, this is converting or, oh, this isn't converting in those 3 days?
The easiest KPI that I've found to know that a product is converting is 1 ROAS of the first of the product of 1 unit. Let me say that right. The ROAS, the same ROAS as the price of 1 unit.
The same ROAS as the price of 1 unit.
So your Facebook conversion cost should be the same conversion cost as what it costs a consumer to buy 1 unit. So if a product is $29 and you're getting Facebook conversions for $29, I see that as a winner.
And why do you see that as a winner?
Because I know that with the V curve, which we teach you guys in OFA, is most people will buy 2.6 units of the product I'm selling. And so the cart should be 2 to 3x that cost to consumer for 1 product. Meaning if it's $29, I should see probably a $60 to $75 cart, meaning now I'm getting conversions for $29 for a $70 cart. That's a winning campaign for us.
So hit me with that one more time, Trey. ROAS is 1x the price of conversions
For a 1 unit.
for 1 unit.
For 1 unit. Yep. That's what I look for, man, is if I'm selling something for $5, I need conversions at $5. If I'm selling something for $50, I need conversions at $50. And I run for the test, Facebook test, we run for 3 days. We don't touch anything. And we run 3 times the cost to consumer. So if it's $50 for 1 unit, we're running $150 a day for 3 days. And we don't touch anything. Meta, hopefully you guys are watching this, but Meta just came out with Meta AI. I don't know if they're out with it yet, but they're announcing it. We're getting close. We're getting to a point where Facebook agencies, Facebook ads, Facebook campaigns, they won't exist anymore. Basically, you'll log in, you will give them a PNG image of your product and how much you're willing to pay for a conversion, and that's it. That's it.
Yep.
And they do the rest. And depending on if they can get you a $20 conversion or a $50 conversion or whatever you can afford, however many of those they can get you, they'll get you. So guess what doesn't die?
Tell me.
The business that is able to spend the most always wins. So if you can tell Facebook, hey, I'm okay for you sending me $30, $50 conversions for a $20 product. Because I know with my COGS and my overhead and my refunds and the merchant fees and all that stuff, dial that out, I'm still profitable because I have recurring in place. Recurring is the epicenter of e-com. If you don't have recurring in e-commerce, like, good luck. You won't win the game. You either need it on subscription or you need it through consumers consuming your product and coming back to buy more. That's the only 2 ways.
I've heard it said many times, many different ways, but basically, if you don't have MRR, monthly recurring revenue, in your business, you realistically don't have a business because it could dry up and stop at any time. Conversions could go flat, CPM could rise, and you get killed immediately. I think you're right. E-com, it is such a great staple of that statement right there. On how many e-com brands do you watch? You've given us so many examples of e-com brands. What was it? Ace Hardware is the one you mentioned a lot, where they were going out of business, but the week before you saw the CEO at an event, right? If they don't have MRR, you just dry up.
Dry up, man. Like their MRR was other distributors, which are named True Values, buying product from them on a consumer basis, and then they're built on consumers coming in and buying product. So if that slows down, guess what? So does headquarters slow down. And they're working on a 5% margin. They have a ton of overhead. They have a building, they have employees, they have sales reps, they have bonuses. Like you got to push through some money at a 5% profit margin in order just to hold your staff. Like, I'm excited. I was telling this to my neighbor the other day, 2 days ago, is I'm excited to have 0 employees. Like I literally have 0 employees on my payroll. 0. And that's an amazing thing to be able to run a multi-million-dollar company with 0 employees. He ran a restaurant business, had, I don't know, 7, 10 locations. I think it was like 350 employees or something crazy. I was like, I got 0. Way less headaches. No Susan is calling in sick today. So that's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, you're flying circles stress-free. No worries. You got it. You're fine.
That's exactly what happens. You take off the ground and all your problems go to 0.
As long as it's not your altitude, we're rocking.
As long as you got gas in the tank and the engine and the spinny thing spinning, you're good.
Yeah. And we're talking about something so cool here, because I think a lot of people, as we've been able to work for so long together, I think I see a lot of people really struggle with the concept of like a break-even funnel. In e-com, the first sale, just break even, build your list, make more sales on the back end, and the average cart value. And that they're like, whoa, wait, no, I watched Shark Tank. I thought if I make a product on e-com, I should be a millionaire the next week, right? I thought that's how it works. And you really hit on some of the secret sauce which you teach us in OFA, which is V curve. Most people are getting 1.2 when it comes to their sales, 1.2x. And most people are getting like 74% conversions on one product. So could you kind of walk me through how that works, Trey? Like if I send traffic to my funnel and 74% of my people, because I'm not running V-curve or any sort of pricing models, they're just buying one unit, what does that do to my business or my conversions or whoever can spend the most to acquire a customer winning?
A lot. Like that is a bucket of worms. Because it's not just, oh, they bought more product from you. There's so many advantages that come into play when you just sell more volume of one thing. Like just to take just not even to talk, let's not even talk about the quantity and the AOVs raising, your average order values. Let's just take a sidestep over and just discuss the other things real quick. Because I think they're very interesting and most people don't think about it. When I'm ordering, I got these new awards. These really cool. Look at these things. These things are cool. So they're like little awards. So like when you sell 1,000 shirts, you get this like little t-shirt. And so, isn't that cool? So
I'm going to sign up for the community right now just because I want that.
People die for ribbon, bro. And
yeah.
little things like this that can get, but anyway, so I just picked a random product that I got close to me. So this, I could buy 10 of them and they're $5 each. Or I buy 500 of them and they're $250 each, or 1,000 of them and they're $1 each. Well, if I have someone copying my entire funnel process of selling these really cool t-shirt pins, and I know they're buying them for $5 and I'm buying them for $1 because of just volume, because I'm able to sell 3 to one person versus 1. Well, that gives me an advantage to be able to spend more money to acquire that customer. So it's my duty, my obligation to make sure that every consumer that comes through my funnel buys more than one, so I can backtrack and I can go buy volume, getting a bigger discount. And when we order these, we ask the factory, hey, what's my discount at 10,000 units? What's my discount at 5,000 units? What's my discount at 1,000 units? So I know, kind of calculating out, okay, here's what that's going to look like when I'm at that volume or at that level. Or you make the investment and hopefully you don't screw up and you get inventory sitting in your garage. So we try anymore, we stair step. Like even as big as we are, we stair step all our products. We literally order 100 first, and we watch that volume. Once we get through the first 100, we order, I think 500 next, and then 1,000, and then we'll go on to like a 1 to 5 or 5 to 10,000 unit per month kind of trajectory. But that's just one. So then secondly is you're buying that product. So if you could go through like AliExpress or Alibaba, this is a little secret, is when you go through there, you can use your credit card to pay for merchandise. Well, guess what comes with a credit card is cashback awards. And if you do the Amex Gold, which is pretty much my primary, my favorite, it gives you 3% back on Facebook ad spend, and it gives you, I think, like 1.5 to 3% back on like Alibaba, AliExpress transactions. So if you're doing $1 million in transactions a year, 3% is 30 grand that you just literally added to your business bottom line just for swiping a card of buying product. The same thing, I had a conversation with a student yesterday, is I was like, the goal here is to break even on your t-shirt sales, because two things, you're going to get the renewals, and if you use the gold Amex, you're going to get 3%. So just by breaking even, you're profitable. That's wizardry right there.
Yeah, I hope everybody is their smoke detectors going off taking notes right now.
Show me a company that's break even and making 3%. I was talking to my dad, who's still in the insurance game, and I was like, how's the company he works for doing? He goes, well, for homes, we're doing really bad. We're at 100, I think he said 120% loss ratio. So for everything they insured, they're 20% under of what they insured. So basically, if they insured $100,000, they've paid out $120,000. So they're negative 20% on their investments. And they were talking in the meeting. They go, we think we can get that down to 100% this year with increases to homeowners insurance. And at 100%, we feel like we can still make money. And all the people in the crowd are like, how does that make sense? At 100% loss ratio, how are we profitable? Well, that company also runs in the back annuities and bonds. And so as the premium comes in, they hold it they put it into a trust, they put it into a holding account, which earns, 4% APR. Well, $1 billion at 4% does pretty dang good. I think it's 40 million a year, right? So that's pretty nice. But it's just like, that's how billion-dollar businesses operate. Is okay, we can be at 100% loss ratio, but still make money.
Losers focus on the front end, winners focus on the back end.
I can have a break-even funnel and still make money. 3% on a credit card from my ad spend, 20% on my renewals coming from the back. It's a beautiful thing. And anybody, geez, and the unicorn dust that comes afterwards through unicorn farts is just people coming back and buying other products that I marketed to them through email or text or WhatsApp or any type of channel that I have. So yeah, man, we're already. Dude, you get me talking, bro.
The most dangerous thing in the world is get me and Trey talking about ecom. Holy cow! I'm trying to make sure I'm not drooling on my keyboard right now, just listening. This is awesome.
I was in church the other day, and I was like, there for an hour and 15 minutes, and I was wondering, my pastor, he's very monotone, so he talks in the same tone, and I wondered, does he feel like the sermon goes as slow as I feel that it goes? Because I feel like an hour, like this is a long hour. But when I'm talking, I feel like, it's done very quickly. So hopefully you guys, when watching this, time's flying by as fast as it is for me, learning and being educated on what's happened, or maybe it's going really slow, and I do apologize.
It's flying for me, I can tell you that. Hey, I would love to look at a funnel. Or two if we have time. But Tanya asked a really great question. Let's get some clarification on this. She said, so for those 3 days of testing, when you run in your ads, 3x the product cost, excuse me. So for those 3 days of testing, is your goal to sell 3 products a day? Yep. And is that when you move on?
Yep. Yes. 100%. You might not, though, sell the first day, and you're going to shoot your pants. And you might not sell anything the second day. And you're like seconds from turning that ad off. But then the third day, you might sell 4. And that's where Facebook just kind of has to learn a little bit. That's why I say, close your laptop, go on vacation. Don't even think about that ad is running. Because it'll drive you nuts watching it hour by hour, minute by minute, hoping that a conversion comes in. And checking it, refreshing, it's super exciting, it's super frustrating, it's super nerve-wracking. I get it. We do it 4 to 6 times a month, So I totally understand. Your best bet is let Facebook do its thing. Facebook is $1 billion company. They are very intelligent. They have all the data to know what to do with your product. You've given it markers with what you said in the ads. It can obviously read images. It can listen to video. It can transcribe things. It is not stupid. So give it the budget. We don't even give it an audience anymore. We don't give it an age range. We don't give it an audience. We don't give it anything. Besides the ads itself, we give do the dynamic ad, which is 10 images or whatever. We give it 5 headlines, 5 primaries, and 5 descriptions, and set fire to it. That's it.
So if somebody's just starting out, maybe launching their first product, or maybe launching the first product that's following the 6 Ps and it's out of what they've done normally, if they launch their ads and let's say they make it through the 3 days and they only have 1 conversion, Would you tell somebody new that, would you say like, oh, okay, that's life. Now we're going to work on converting and work on optimizations on the funnel. We're going to look at screen recordings. We're going to be a CEO and call our customers. Or is it, nope, that didn't hit enough conversions. I don't see what I want to see. Let's plug the new product in and try that.
For us, we would kill it. We'd
What
probably,
about somebody who's never sold an e-com product online, just starting?
yeah, I'm trying to kind of waver that. Because like we would kill it for sure. We might give it one more day. Like if it got a conversion on the third day and that was the only conversion it got, I'd probably say run it one more day for a full spin just to see.
Yep.
Because Facebook's like, oh, I got a conversion. But man, if you're brand new, I would get in the weeds and I would watch the recordings, like you said, definitely. I would look at the AI concepts and frustrations and like feedback that it sees that I'm not seeing because I'm new. Third is hopefully you got opt-ins at that point and there was someone to call, and I would call all of them 3 times or more or until they freaking answer. If they don't answer, I would knock on their door. Like I literally would. Like if they're within 60 minutes of me, I'd probably drive to their house and knock on the door.
Are you just being funny or are you being
No,
serious?
I'm serious. Like I would literally drive to their door, and I or I'd send them a mail. Like if they didn't respond to 3 calls and I text them 3 times, I would probably mail them something, like snail mail, and just be like, just write them a letter. And I'd be like, hey, I'm always just transparent. Hey, my name's Trey Llewellyn. I live in St. Louis, Missouri. I got an e-commerce store. You looked at it. You were interested in the product. It's just a family business. I'm looking at how do I improve. Was there something that was confusing, misrepresented, questions you had prior to purchasing, something that you wish that I would have shown you or answered before you purchased? Just looking for honest feedback. And then I would give them my email and I'd give them my cell phone, and I'd say, please reach out.
And why do you have that stance on it? Do you have the power of hyperfixation where just somewhere in your brain you're fixated on talking to that person? Or is it that the data is so valuable, especially when starting out and when you're young, and like you alluded to, you don't have an eye for it yet because you're new. You still have to learn some things and craft your skill. So is it just the data? That data is so valuable for you that you need to hear from them?
I need to know, because if I'm so new and I don't know what to look for, they're the only person that's going to tell me what to look for as a consumer. And so then I could go update the pages. I could go update the headline. I can go update, but like what I found. So I've shared recordings with you guys. You have recordings of this when we do like live events here in St. Louis. We haven't done one in a while, but when we did them, we'd have business owners like yourself come on stage. You'd usually have 50 customers that have opted into your page. And I would call them as the CEO of your business on stage. And then what we would do is people would watch me do it. So that'd give them confidence. Like, okay, this is easier than I thought. We'd send everybody out. And I'd have them record their calls. And they do that for an hour. And then we call them back in. And I'd say, okay, who got calls? Who got hold of people? What'd you hear? What'd you do? And what was really interesting, even though we showed them like an hour of examples of me just calling people and having really good conversations, what still happened though was the urgency of the sale. The people building the funnels, like there's a lot of money you're spending on these ads. There's a lot of money that you've put up front for the product. There's money that you've spent on ClickFunnels. There's money just everywhere, right? Besides incoming, you have a lot of outgoing money, you have no incoming money. And so that's really frustrating and scary because, credit cards are increasing, bank accounts are depleting. And the question is, when's the money ever going to hit my account? So what I found is when people make those phone calls instead of just listening to the consumer of their pains, frustrations, and why they didn't buy, they try to sell them on that call. And so it's very important and intuitive that when you're making these calls, you're gathering information versus trying to give information and then sell them on the call. And an example of that might be, hey, I looked at buying your tennis shoes, but I didn't know what size I should buy. And right then, human nature tells you, just tell them what size. Like, okay, what size are you, Dante? I'm a 10 and a half. Yeah, okay. Well, our sizes are true to fit. You should get a 10 and a half. Do you want me to get that on the order for you? And they're like, oh no, I'll just wait around. Oh, okay, great. Have a great day. Click. Like, what did we learn? We learned nothing, right? So no, don't do that. Oh, okay, sizes. Yeah, that's a good point. I probably should put the sizes on the account. What else? Why else? What else did you like about the website? Like, just keep going. Do not sell them. And that'll do you really great wonders. But yeah, that feedback is what I'm looking for of what I did wrong. So you got to put your ego out the door. Just pretend you're the auditor of the website versus the owner of the website.
That's the hardest thing I've seen people to do as well. They always try and go for the sale, and then I don't know why we get nervous talking to people. Don't get nervous talking to, you're never probably going to see them again. They're not going to go creeping on your Facebook. They don't know you. You're not having a FaceTime call. Just, I love how Trey says it. Just be the dumbest guy in the room. It's like opposite of human too. When we call somebody and we're like, hey, I'm the CEO of, or I'm the owner of, we want to like have authority and status. So we try and like not be the dumbest guy in the room, but it's a hindrance. We should be.
Yeah, I tell them. I mean, that's what you're telling. Like, I'm new at this. I'm going through a course with this crazy cat, Trey Llewellyn, and he's telling me to do these things, but no one's converting. So I'm just reaching out to some people who looked like they were interested in my product with some questions and would love to know, get some feedback, and let them talk. Like, let them talk. They will say they're busy. They will say they're, giving a root canal in the back room. They will say that, all kinds of things, but just keep asking questions as if they never told you that. And like the game is who hangs up first. That's the game. Who hangs up first? If you hang up first, you lose. That's the game we play. And my goal is always 20 minutes. Get them on the call for 20. Keep them on the call for 20 minutes. Have a little timer running on the side, and encourage yourself to be on that call for 20 minutes. You'll learn a lot.
So good. So good, man. Hey, Tanya had another great question. Last one, and then Amanda has one, and she has a funnel too. We'll get to you in just a moment, Amanda, if we have time, because I'm loving this conversation. Anyway, Tanya says, so if I sell a unit for $10 and it costs me $30 in ad spend per sale, even though it's gone down from 75, so sells a unit for 10, ad cost is 30. Would you stop now or continue optimizing?
That's a big jump from 75 to 30. So it was costing 75 and then it went to 30?
That's what it looks like. Yep. It went down from 75 after optimizing. She confirmed that, yes.
I mean, have her on mute.
Oh, yeah, Tanya. Goodness, what am I thinking? Unmute yourself, please. Let's talk about it.
Hey, how are you?
Hey.
Hello, Tanya. So what do you sell? What's the product?
It's a steam brush for long-haired cats.
Steam brush.
Oh, yes, Tanya. Super glad. That's right. Super glad you're here. Tanya just launched and she did get conversions on her pet product.
That's cool. That's a very niched long-haired cat steam brush.
Or dogs.
Or dogs.
Yeah.
That works. How much does the product cost you?
$1 plus shipping, so around $6.
Okay, but that's not included in the $10, right? That they're paying.
It cost me $6 because it's got free shipping. So
wait, so it
I
costs
said it for $10. I said it for $10 and it cost me $6.
Yeah, that's not enough. you're gonna get smashed.
But
So
it's just
what I would do is charge shipping on it for them.
okay. It's just a front end offer.
Yeah, but I mean that's really hard to do because there's no gap, there's no margin. Like you're getting 10 and it's costing you 6, there's 4, but then you're gonna have to ad spend on top of it. So are you trying to do like a free plus shipping? Or
No.
a free
It's
shipping
not
offer?
about-
What?
No, it's not a free plus shipping.
Right, it's the reverse, right? Premium product with free shipping.
So it's a $60 discount from your template.
That might be too big of a discount. No, you mean 60%?
Yeah.
60%, yeah, sorry.
60% discount. Man, I would try to sell that for more. I would probably try to could you get $14.95 out of it?
I guess.
Because if we can get $14.95 and then charge them like $2.95 shipping, that would be a little bit better. Because here's how I'm thinking about it. That's why I'm telling you these things. Is when someone buys something for $10 and then they got to pay $7.95 in shipping, they're like, shipping costs as much as the dang product. Doesn't make any sense. Like people get a little wonky with that. So if we can get it to $14.95 and then charge them like $1.95 shipping and handling, that feels a little more like, okay, that's not bad. Then you're getting like almost $20 out of them. We're $10 away from your CPA, which was 30. So we can probably work with that. Because
Okay.
then how many conversions have you got so far?
8.
Okay. And of those 8, how many people bought more than one?
None. I don't have the V curve. I do Sendrop, so I can't do the V curve yet. It's not possible.
Well, we need
Yes.
to make it possible.
In case anybody is also using Zendrop, both Zendrop and ClickFunnels are working on bundles, and that's going to make it possible for all of us to run V-Curve. That'll be a game changer.
That'll be big. That again, you should be calling Zendrop and be like, "Hey, Zendrop, you're charging me $1 for one. If I can order X, can you charge me less?" Right? Like that. And if Zendrop is charging you $1, you like Zendrop is fantastic. Probably throw a rock at me, but they're fantastic for testing products, which you don't have to invest in, right?
Yep.
And then once you're like, oh, this product's winning, okay, let's go source it. Because then you go source it for 50 cents, you go source it for 25 cents, or however much it is. I don't know what Zendrop's profit margins are, or what their markups are. But if you can go get it for half the price and you're ordering quantity, volume from the factory, well, you just gave yourself a raise. But sounds like we're on the right path to success. Like that's from 75 to 30 is great. If we can get that to 30 to like 20, I'd be pretty freaking happy. And I can raise that price to $14.95 with $1.95 shipping and handling, plus put the V curve in there, get people buying 2.6 of these brushes for their friends, family, different rooms, different cats, different dogs, because most people own 2 dogs. So you got one for each dog.
Mhm.
I'd call it the multi-pet family or the multi-pet, discount or something like that. And then basically if they buy 3 or more, maybe they get an unadvertised bonus, and that could be literally like a dog tag.
All right.
Right? Something simple, but we got to get them ordering 2.6 units to get that to a $30, probably you probably could get a $30 to $40 AOV on that at $14.95.
Mhm.
And then if we can get that CPA to 20, you might have some fire.
Okay. I'll try that. Thank you
Yep.
so much.
One last tip before I let you go.
Mhm.
I've said this on other videos. I don't believe you're a part of those, which is typically your ad conversions are a result to the video quality, the quality of the ad. So
Makes sense.
if
Yeah.
you're getting click-throughs, if you're getting opt-ins, and if you're getting purchases, then improve the ad. Go reach out to, like, go to your, where are you from? You from here?
Denmark.
You're in Denmark? Oh, are you selling to Denmark? You selling to the United States?
I'm selling to the States.
That's cool. So here's something that we've been doing and it's working great. Is we go to TikTok, we type in cats, dogs, or whatever, and we find people that are making product videos. And then we literally direct message them through the app. So you message them on TikTok or Instagram or whatever. And you say, hey, I have a product. Can I mail you it? And you make a video about it. And then you take their video and you pop it on Facebook's. We're normally right now, just to give you an idea, we're paying about $100 per video. So if they're making 3, it's $300. But they're fantastic. These people know TikTok. They know how to use their phone. They know how to put a product in place. And I just let them do their thing. Like, say whatever you want. And then we run their video on Facebook. If we get it to work on Facebook, guess what? We can push it to TikTok and you can run ads behind TikTok. Secondly, is you could have them post the video, do a direct link to your store, give them credit, and with what's called Spark, you can attach yourself to their channel, to that specific video, and run ads behind it, pushing the views up, getting yourself conversions.
Nice.
Very nice. That is very nice. All from Denmark. You can do all that from Denmark, from the beauty of your phone. Great questions, Tanya.
Thank you so much, Trey.
Really good questions, Tanya. Hey, Tom just asked one, and then we'll get to Amanda. But Tom said, Trey, will static image ads work, or is it video or bust?
That's a great question. We are primarily doing video now. Video is doing really well for us because it's like mini VSLs. Like everybody's 3-second Tom. No offense to Tom, but 3-second video, 3-second. 3-second Tom comes from 51st Dates. So not talking about you, Tom. But that's what's working really well for us. Everybody's got fish brain where, like I found myself, I was working out. I was like in between workouts, I found myself like trying to get on TikTok. I'm like, am I really that bored? Like, this is so stupid, awful. But it's what we're being trained to do right now. Like, oh, I'm bored. I should get on TikTok or Facebook. They're doing a great job. So with that, you got about 3 seconds to hook them. And the best people to do that is people who are already on the platform that understand hooks, that understand video, that understand creative, and just reach out to them and say, hey, I got a product. Go. Now, before I tell you to do that, I would definitely say do static images first and then get conversions. And if you can get conversions with static ads, videos would probably give you a little bit of a lift. So it might take Tanya from a 30 to 20 from her static images to video. Presentation without demonstration is just conversation. So if you can present with a video, demo the product, show them why they need it, give them an impulse buy, that's what they're there to do.
And captions on your videos when you make those, gang. Captions have to be there. It helps so much. All right, Amanda, you had some questions. Go ahead, unmute. Let's talk about it.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey,
Hello.
Hey, so let me just say that V curve really does work because honestly, I kept telling myself like no one's gonna buy like a few of these products. So last night somebody ended up ordering the 3, and then I did your video again and then ordered 2 more on top of that. So they ordered 5 products. And then after that I did the warranty. But my issue is they only got warranty on 3 products. So now how would
before we
I
get into that, I got to ask, how many times when you're doing your trade shows do you sell 5 units?
Not many. Not many at all.
Come on, that's power.
So I was like, great. I was like, oh, this is awesome. And then I ordered like some little things like thank you cards to put in the box. Cool. But yeah, how do I keep track now if they only got warranty on 3 of them, not the extra 2?
So how'd they only get it on 3?
I don't know.
Okay.
So when I did the warranty, like I did the split off. So if they buy 1, they buy 2, buy 3.
Good.
I did that. And I think I didn't do a warranty for the next upsell, which was, hey, do you want 2 more for like $37?
Yeah.
So now I'm at a place, and now my product has three little clips in it. So how do I warranty like each little? It's a 2-year warranty, so I'm really confused on how to handle that.
So basically what we do is I go to Upwork and I find someone who does like HTML, CSS dev work, like coding,
Okay.
and access to ClickFunnels. And I say, hey, when someone buys 3 on this page, I want you to charge however much you're charging, $10 times 3, quantity 3.
No, I did that.
Okay,
So they,
so
they got charged $44.
perfect.
It was like $14.99 for 3, but then they bought 2 more packs that aren't on the warranty.
Right. So I would tell the dev, if they buy this plus this, make sure you charge times 5.
Okay.
Really, Amanda, what that comes down to is you need to have another conditional split step after your OTO. Where
Okay.
we're setting all, because you set it up perfectly in the main flow, but not coming off of your OTOs. So you just set another condition, and then when they make that 2, they go down that track.
Okay, awesome. And then do you just send out, like, do you just keep track of who got warranty if they email you back, or do I warranty like the whole pack, or just send them one?
Remind us, Amanda, are you selling a 3-pack or singles?
This thing.
Oh, it's been a minute.
Yeah.
It's been a minute.
Yeah, Trey, it's been really cool, actually. Amanda's been on quite a journey. She's taking steps to quit her job. The only reason she hasn't is because she really likes the people she works for, and she's not trying to leave them high and dry. But she's diving full in. She's getting conversions. She's doing the thing.
There you go. We don't keep track.
Okay.
Yeah, I was just gonna put you in the position to make you ask. Trey, is it like, okay, so this person bought a warranty and they're requesting a new package, so we're just sending it out. You're not like going through the weeds to see like, oh, does the warranty
Just send
match
out the
the
whole
perfect
thing.
SKU? You're just doing the thing, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Because, like, honestly, 1% will call you.
Okay.
Maybe 1%.
Because the girl bought 5. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
You want to set up that condition, Amanda, because that's more money's on the table, right? All I'm thinking about here is the extra $20 in warranties, the air money that you would have acquired that we didn't. That's the only reason I care about you setting up that other conditional split step. Aside from that, most people, what did you say just now? My audio cut. Did you say you've seen about 1% of people actually using warranties, Trey?
It's not even that. It's maybe like 25% of 1% of 100%. Like 0.02,
Oh, okay.
0.002. It's nothing. It is wild. It is the best money making thing ever. And I don't know if I told you the story where I learned about warranties, but it was at Geek Squad at Best Buy. I was pissed.
Remind us.
I was trying to buy an Apple TV because I was trying to watch a movie with my son, and for whatever reason I went to Best Buy to go get Apple TV. And in front of me is this dude and his son, and they're buying a computer, and the Geek Squad has a piece of paper on the counter showing the 3 different warranties he can get for this $1,000 computer. And he is hawing around of what warranty he wants to buy. And I'm frustrated. Like, I'm tapping my foot. I'm like, what is taking so long? Just choose one. Like, it's just it's a warranty. And inside of my frustration, Jim Rohn always says, move your frustration into fascination. And I asked myself, what can I even learn from this right now? Because usually when I'm frustrated, I'll say, what can I learn from it? And I was like, this dude is literally hawing around of what warranty to buy versus not to buy. And I went straight home. I threw the Apple TV on whatever. I said, you're watching your own movie. I went and built an upsell for the first time for our flashlights for a warranty for, I think it was like, $15 for 1 year, $20 for 3 years. And I logged in the next day, and it was like a 10% take rate of free money. Like, it's a digital product that feels like a physical product. And I was like, frustration into fascination, baby. Like, I apologize. Then I should send that dude a thank you note because he's made me a lot of money for that 5 minutes of frustration that I had. But that's how I learned about it. Or you don't learn about it. That's why I implemented it.
It's so smart. Now, do you think I did a 2-year warranty. Should I do a 1 year or a 3 year?
Yeah, I do a 1 and a 3.
1 and a 3. Okay.
And then how much?
You know what
How
we
much is
should-
your warranty?
I'm sorry, Trey, I cut you off. You're gonna have to ask that again.
How much is your warranty, Amanda?
$14.95.
How much does the product cost you?
Landed with airfare was $6.
Okay, so let me put this in perspective. You're making $15 on the
Mhm.
warranty of a product that cost you $6. So even if you had 100% of the people call you and say, "Hey, the warranty it broke," you would still be essentially break even or profitable at that point.
Yeah.
Now here's where the game gets fun. Is when someone calls you and is like, "Oh, Amanda, I bought one of your products 6 months ago, and the little bucklet broke." They're like, "Oh, it's perfect. Thank you for the order. Let me look your account up." Oh, hey, tell you what are you selling for, Amanda? How much do you sell this for?
So just one box is 29.
Okay, $29.95.
Yeah.
So, Mrs. Caller, as you know, you purchased that for $29.95. I'm looking at your account here, and I don't see that you bought a warranty at the time of purchase, which unfortunately means that I'm kind of, unable to replace it. However, what we could do, and don't tell anybody I did this for you, but what we could do is I can sell you the warranty now for $14.95 and ship you out a whole new package. And oh man, are you the hero of the day when you do that? They're like, "Oh, you would do that for me? Absolutely, we're going to do that for you. It's just $14.95. Can I charge that to the credit card on file?" And they'll be like, "Yep." Like $14.95, ship out a new one for $6. We're still profitable, and they're a happy customer.
That sounds great.
It works. That works 85% of the time.
That sounds great. I'm super excited. I had a lot of issues with my ads at first, like they were targeting men, and like I think we're finally on the right track with men. We're getting
Good.
in the right target market.
Good.
But I am sitting on so much inventory, and I like your idea of if I can't, we'll just put it as an upsell for something else.
Yes. Or unadvertised bonus or an order bump.
Yeah.
Those are great. Now, I think before we let you go, the biggest thing that you're learning here is if you can do it online, you'll be able to do it better in person.
Yeah.
That's always the case. You can always sell more in person than you can online. So take your scripts from your funnels and apply them to the trade shows.
Okay.
Because you're
Yeah.
obviously seeing people are buying 3 plus 2 more plus a warranty. So make sure when you're selling at the table, you're going in that same order when you're selling to someone. So if it's like, "Hey, I want to buy one," cool. We're doing a special today where you can buy one for $29, or you can buy 2 and get 1 free for, $60. They're like, "Oh, okay, I'll take the 2 plus 3. Sure thing. Let me get that ring up for you. Slice credit card. Oh, hey, real quick. I'll tell you what, give you a second special just because you're a new customer of ours. I can give you 2 more for half the price, maybe for friends, family.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they're like, "Okay, yeah, throw it in." Slice again. Okay, and lastly, did you want a warranty on all 5 of these today? It's $14.95 per box, or we can give you a couple warranties for specific ones, maybe just the ones that you want versus the friends. Up to you. "Oh, I'll take the warranty." "No, thanks. I won't take the warranty." Blah, blah, blah. Like slice credit card, move to the next upsell. Slice credit card, move to next upsell. Just as if the funnel exists in real life.
That's great. Like I'd rather have less customers and make 170 off one customer.
Right. Well, now your trade show customers are more valuable to you. And
Yeah.
so you can afford to be in better places within your trade shows.
Yeah, super exciting. This is great. Like it's funny. I signed up for a free entrepreneurial class at the college, so I've been going to that. And like the knowledge that you give like these younger kids that like trying to do like a t-shirt and sell t-shirts, and she's like, "I gotta wait to buy the heat press," and I'm like, no. And it's like you just kind of give them a little, like, I don't know much, but like a little splice of hope, and just telling them like these younger kids, and the knowledge is crazy. I'm like, I'm ready to do a t-shirt thing, but focus on this right now.
Focus on it. Get it done.
Yeah.
Dial it in. That's great.
All right. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Appreciate it.
You got it. Great stuff, Amanda. Great stuff. Oh, man. It's already been an hour. Dude, it's the fastest hour every Tuesday. It's ridiculous.
Did you get a tan?
I don't think so. I got just a little different setup here is what we're rocking.
I need that setup. You look like you just came from the Bahamas.
Next time you have ads, I'll fly you down. We'll get you in the tan light.
Hey, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'll be totally okay with that. All right. It's at the top of the hour, so hopefully you guys are cool if we move to the ending of today. It's already here. I feel like we just literally joined this call.
But you said we're going to end with a bang, and I'm
End with a
chomping
bang.
at the bit.
In with a bang. Before I get into the bang, I wanted to show you something really funny or really cool. Okay, so I lost it. Oh, let me get it up. Hold on one second. Okay,
You know what's better than these delicious chicken drums?
So for you guys, that we have a couple communities, groups, and I think we're in a really fun time right now, just because of some of the Facebook ads that you could be creating, which I obviously feel that you should. But anyways, I want to give you an example of some ads that have some parody, comedy, and just as a tripwire. So let me show you kind of what I'm talking about here real quick. So this is a video I made for a school group I have, a community. So you guys have ClickFunnels groups, you have school groups, whichever you want. But basically, this is of two pilots flying, possibly in clouds, eating a big bowl of chicken wings. So anyways, I thought it'd be really fun to share my video with you guys.
Aviate, navigate, communicate, chow down.
That's that's the name of the group, Aviate, Navigate, Communicate. So anyways, let's take a listen.
You know what's better than these delicious chicken drums?
No, what?
Joining the free Aviate, Navigate, Communicate group.
That's it. That's my ad. That is my ad. So I think these are just freaking hilarious because, like, one, you would never see two pilots flying a 747 in the air, eating a bowl of chicken wings in the middle of a flight, And so obviously people are going to watch it. And then they're going to be like, what's the ANC? Aviate, Navigate, Communicate group. And then, of course, we had the Learn More button below. But this was made with Google Flow. I showed you some videos last week, I think, or the week prior to it. But just, you guys should be having so much fun with VO3 right now with these little 8-second ads, or even making like little ones. But maybe you've seen some of the ones on TikTok with like Bigfoot, and Bigfoot's out there, talking about how he's got a GoPro camera, or there's one where he meets this deer and he's like, "Oh, what's up, friend? Like, how you doing?" And then the next scene is the deer being cooked over a fire, and Bigfoot's like, he blinked twice. Like that was consent, right? Like freaking hilarious videos, but it's really entertaining. And I mean, it's unlimited of what you can do. There was a really good ad I saw on X or maybe it's YouTube. Actually, let me see if I can pull it up real fast. Fan freaking tastic, where he made this this video where it's this pill you can take, and the pill, see if I can find it. My screen's all crazy. Basically, what the pill does is it makes puppies attracted to you. So basically, the more you take this pill, the more puppies are attracted to you, and so they got all these puppies that are immensely attracted to you. But it feels like an ad. It feels real, and you're like, "Is this a pill? Like, is this real or is this not real?" And then you realize it's a parody, and then of course, he doesn't have one, but you could add a call to action at the end. And so maybe you have a community of things, or maybe you're selling a pet product like a brush, that, hey, even though this pill isn't real, our brush is real, and we welcome you to, like doing all these things. Or maybe maybe you just show like dogs exploding fur, like all these dogs that just walk in, that's all the fur explosions. And so, hey, are you experiencing dog fur explosions? You might need our brush. But anyways, this guy goes on to talk about how he made this video with VO3, which is what I just showed you. And he put it on X, and it got over 3 million organic views on his X profile just by showing it. And he said, when I worked in narration, a video like this would cost $500,000 to make. And with VO3, he made it for 500. So he goes, the game is definitely changing. So let me see if I can pull it up. Let me see. It's really freaking hilarious. He wrote the script through ChatGPT, put the script in from ChatGPT in the VO3, and then from VO3 created that. That's not him. Trying to find it through thumbnails, so it might be just a second. Oh, here he is. I found it. Okay, cool.
Direct, kind of everyone's talking about Google VO3, but I don't think enough people. Okay.
All right, let me see if I can pull this into Zoom. Were you guys able to hear the video earlier?
Yes.
I shared it. Okay. Here we go. You should be able to see this. Can you see that?
Loud and clear.
I tried everything for my depression. Nothing worked.
Every day felt heavy. I felt trapped.
Then I tried Pupramin.
Our prescription helps your body secrete a special pheromone that attracts puppies.
I took the pill before bed, and when I woke up, there he was, the love of my life.
The pill does not target depression directly, but we've found that it's really difficult to be depressed when cute dogs show up at your doorstep.
I used to feel so empty, but now I feel joy and mild concern how a pee stain got on the ceiling.
My puppy listens twice as good as my ex-husband and only climbs into the lap of half as many of my friends.
He chewed up my Bible and pooped in my good chair, but I'm happy for the first time in years.
Looks like a rat, barks like a demon, but he saved my life.
I named him Earl. He follows me everywhere and farts in his sleep, just like my first husband.
Pupramin, for when your therapist says, maybe you should get a dog.
So good. So fun.
So that's the creator on the right. That's who made it. And then in this video, well, he actually shows you exactly how he did it. So that's kind of, maybe I can share this video with you guys. But let me show you where he just basically takes it, puts the clips together. Here we go. So there's the thread right there. As you can barely see it right here where I'm putting my mouse. 3 million views on that. He said, I used to shoot 500,000 pharmaceutical commercials, made this for $500 in VO3, less than a day. What's the argument for spending 500K now? Steal my prompt below. And then he has other ones that he shared that have done a million or so views as well. It's pretty cool. Like here's one that's the Kling, or it was like the Lord of the Rings and SpongeBob mode. Like, just freaking hilarious. But anyways, I'll share this video with you guys so you can see it. There we go. I mean, maybe you guys want it. I don't know.
That is awesome. Wow.
Isn't that fantastic?
It is. That's cool, man.
All right, there's that video. You guys can go watch that. He gives you a full like rundown exactly how he made it, which is fantastic. And the other guy interviewing him asked really good questions, like kind of like you do, Dante, of just leading the witness of saying, okay, well, if I'm not you and I'm not a narrator, then how would I go about this? And then he kind of explains it. Yeah. So leaving with a bang. like we are in crazy times right now. And we probably could stop the recording, to be honest, because I'm getting into territory where I am not giving you advice. There you go. I am not giving you advice. I'm not giving you financial advice. I like I'm just sharing with you what I am doing, and follow it if you'd like, judge it if you will. Whatever. But
before you get into it then, Trey, I'm actually going to stop the stream as well. So all of our general admission, it was awesome to have you guys today. We're going to stop it. So we're going to have a private VIP conversation. But if you want to be a part of these, we'd love to see you in the VIP side. So just go to onefunnelaway.com. You can sign up for a VIP, get in next week's cohort.